There are several compact, all-electric luxury SUVs on the market today, but only one of them is a Porsche. This one, the 2025 Porsche Macan Electric. I'm here in lovely Aspen, Colorado, and I've been driving the Macan Electric on-road and, as you can see, on some dirty gravel roads as well, to determine if the Macan Electric is a true Porsche among compact electric SUVs. We're going to check out its styling, we're going to check out its cabin, we're going to check out its controls, and most importantly, we're going to check out how it drives. Let's get into it. So from an exterior design standpoint, the Macan Electric really hits most of Porsche's signature cues. Real sculpted hood with prominent bulges over the headlights. These are visible from the driver's seat as well, so you get that identity when you're driving as well. 4 LED element headlights. And no, this is not some new hip two-tone paint treatment. We've already had the Macan Electric on some muddy gravel roads enough that we've got a fair coating of dirt on already. Even so, you can see the sloped rear roof line, the full width taillight treatment, both Porsche's signature styling cues, especially how the rear windows kind of curve and wrap around the C-pillar here. All in all, this is a very Porsche-esque styling treatment. The Macan Electric's interior looks and feels like a true Porsche. We've even got the start button to the left of the steering wheel, which is a Porsche characteristic. 12.6-inch digital gauge cluster, very clear, clean graphics. 10.9-inch infotainment touchscreen. Works well, although if I'm being nitpicky, I'm not crazy about the smaller size of the backup camera. But in general, Porsche interiors are very almost surgically precise in their assembly and build quality. Not particularly posh, but the quality feel really comes through. The seats are really comfortable as well. I've got more than decent headroom up front, and I'm 6'6", so the front seat gets high marks for me. Let's check out the back. So the story's not as great in the Macan Electric's back seat. I'm 6'6", so I'm extra tall. Some smaller adults will be fine here, but this front seat is set for a 5'11" passenger. My knees are jammed up against it, and I don't have any headroom to spare. My head is brushing the headliner, the sunroof housing here. With the driver's seat set to fit me, there's no way I could even fit in the back seat. There are other compact electric SUVs that offer more backseat space than the Macan Electric does. So the Macan Electric's cargo area is okay, not outstanding. Porsche says 16.8 cubic feet behind the back seat, and that grows to 47.6 cubic feet with the back seat folded down. It's not great. There are other SUVs that do better, but you're probably not buying a Macan Electric for voluminous cargo space. There is a frunk, but it's not that much of one. Porsche says this is 2.9 cubic feet of space. That's enough for a charger cable carrying case and not much else. The Macan Electric's driving range is competitive, especially when you factor in its performance. Its EPA estimated range spans from 288 miles to 315 miles, depending on trim. We didn't have the opportunity to do a charging test on this drive, but Porsche says the Macan Electric can be charged from 10% to 80% in 21 minutes on a DC fast charger. So now we are behind the wheel of the Macan Electric, and I am actually driving the base rear-wheel drive trim. This is a new entry-level model that joins the lineup for 2025. Rated at 335 horsepower, and it has a launch control feature that briefly ups that to 355 horsepower. But even at that, this is the junior member of the Macan lineup in terms of power. The Macan Electric does feel decently peppy with 335 horsepower. It's relatively lightweight, helps that. It weighs in at around 5,000 pounds to start, goes up to around 5,400 pounds depending on trim. In general, electric vehicles are heavier than a comparable gasoline engine vehicle, so that's not too bad overall. And it does help the Macan Electric feel reasonably peppy, even with that relatively modest horsepower rating. I'm in normal mode now, but I can turn a knob on the steering wheel to toggle into Sport or Sport Plus mode. I'm now in Sport. Sport tightens up the responses and turns on kind of a piped-in electric motor noise, and makes the suspension feel a little bit tighter as well. Sport Plus tightens things up that much more. Ride quality is quite impressive overall, given the handling prowess the Macan displays. A little bit stiff in the Sport and especially Sport Plus modes, but I can switch it back into normal. That softens up the ride enough to be quite pleasant in everyday driving, at least on decently smooth roads. We did a good bit of driving in some relatively rough pitted gravel roads as well, and in normal mode the Macan Electric acquitted itself quite well over that rougher surface as well. Probably not many Macan Electrics going to be driven off-road too much, so again, considering the handling prowess on tap, the Macan's ride quality is more than acceptable. Overall, the Macan Electric's handling is very much worthy of a Porsche SUV. The steering feel is excellent. It's smooth and balanced while still being communicative. And even though we're weighing in at around 5,400 pounds, you don't get a real sense of the Macan feeling heavy and sluggish in turns. Quick switchbacks, quick weight changes, feel very much in control and smooth and balanced overall. The brake pedal has a laudably natural feel for an electric vehicle. Very smooth, very predictable, very linear. It's very easy to brake smoothly. One thing I did miss that I've kind of become accustomed to on other electric vehicles is the Macan Electric doesn't really have a full one-pedal driving mode. You can activate regen braking via a button on the steering wheel, but it only enhances it a little bit and not to the level of a full, don't have to use the brake pedal, one-pedal driving experience. But overall, the brakes feel good enough that it's a worthwhile trade-off. The sloped rear roofline that gives the Macan Electric its rakish shape also takes its toll in rear visibility. The rear window is really short, and I've got the center backseat headrest intruding a little bit as well. So you'll pay a price for the rakish looks of the Macan Electric in rear visibility. So the Macan Electric sticks to Porsche tradition in terms of pricing as well, meaning it's pretty darn expensive, especially when you start factoring in options. This base rear drive trim starts at around $80,000, and it's very easy to tack on $10,000 or more once you start dipping into those options, some of which should probably be standard at these prices. The 2025 Macan Electric is on sale now, and the 2026 models, which will be mildly updated, are slated to go on sale in spring 2026. For my full review of the 2025 Macan Electric, be sure to check out Cars.com/news.